One. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Fishbowl Radio. My name is Lowe, aka Chief, and I would like to welcome everyone to the podcast today. Joining me today is the one and only Juicy. Welcome to the show, Juicy.
What's up, everybody?
It's been a while, huh, Juicy? Been a couple of years since we did a broadcast together. How you been? Obviously, we've been keeping in touch with each other, though, too, right?
We keep up with each other. We still see each other, but we kind of been laying low for a while.
Yeah, but now we're back now, and hopefully we're better than ever at this point. All right, we got a lot of stories to cover for you in about, we'll try to get this done in about 30 minutes if y'all want to hang around that long.
Quick recap.
Yeah, do quick recaps and everything we do. Now, one thing I want to talk about first is National Signing Day, since today is National Signing Day. It's the early National Signing Day, of course. Teams across the country, players, and sign their letters of intent of which colleges they want to actually, attend. I went to two of them personally today. I went to Catholic New Iberia earlier today, and then I went on down the road to Westgate High School. So it's really a really fun thing to see. You can see pictures of the things I put up over there on the Fishbowl Radio's Facebook page. Juicy, how did LSU do in the National Signing Day?
See, well, before they actually had signings, I seen that LSU was like number 2 behind Clemson, but they finished at the number 5 recruiting class. I know, like Georgia and a couple of SEC schools, they all had flip-flop with each other and stole a couple of recruits here and there. But I mean, overall, number 5, I'm seeing right here, they still had I still say top 5 is a pretty good recruiting class.
Yeah, I mean, they did really well. UL announced their signing class earlier today. They had a couple of people going at 7 o'clock, like Trey Amos, who is from Catholic New Iberia. He signed his letter of intent while I was over there. He had already signed it at 7 a.m., but they did a little thing for the press and everything, so it was kind of cool to see that. The Louisiana Raging Cajuns ended up number 3 in the Sun Belt in recruiting classes. They were number 1 entering today, but their average talent is the highest grade in the Sun Belt Conference. They had an 83.02, and App State had a 82.80, followed by...
I don't know how they ended up with a better recruiting class, though.
Well, that's the thing. I think App State signed 18 commits, and Raging Cajuns got 17 commits this year.
I'm seeing that. You're right.
And 19 commits for Troy. So if you're going by the average, I mean, they basically all got the same, it looks like, about the same level of recruits. But, more, if you sign more recruits, you will get a higher grade in the way the methodology and formula works for the methodology works for 24/7. Okay, so as I look here, they have a National Signing Day. Here's all the people that signed for UL: Corey Marshall, let's see, Tyree Skipper, Christian Sabini, Kyron Lacey, Dante Fleming, Sonny Hazard, Dominique Ratcliffe, Dabari Hawkins, Caleb Anderson, Trey Amos, Errol Rogers, Amon Johnson, Iman Bailey, Cortland Flowers, Ondari Pope, and is that Jack McKenzie? I can't read that name on this list.
This is UL's recruiting class?
Yes.
I can't read that.
Okay.
It looks like Jack. It's kind of cut off on my screen.
Right there.
You see him?
Yeah.
Alright, cool. At least I got someone covering me, right?
Yo, I'm right behind you on that.
Alright, so I was kind of surprised that LSU's recruiting class kind of fell. Because they were like number 2, and I was kind of surprised that Clemson was number 1, but I do think Clemson does have a little bit of chip on their shoulder heading into this college football playoff. Even Dabo Swinney even talked about it. What's your thoughts on that, Juicy?
They definitely were the most underappreciated playoff team. Nobody really wants to give them a shot, honestly.
He even talked about it on his press conference. Like, no one's giving us any respect, even though they are the defending national champions so far this year.
And that usually will sometimes help motivate a team because they feel like they got something to prove. That's fine. The spotlight ain't on me. That's all right. I don't want it on me because I don't want the distraction.
Yeah, it could actually very well play in their favor against Ohio State. Juicy, I know they had some controversy, and we never got on the air to talk about this, but I want to ask you this right now. Do you believe that Ohio State deserved the number one ranking whenever they were ranked number one over LSU back then?
At the time, I could understand why, because Ohio State played who the college football committee thought was a team that they beat Michigan at the time, who they thought was a better team, and LSU. It wasn't LSU's fault that they got through the hard part of their schedule, and then they had the easy part left with Ole Miss, A&M, and Arkansas. So, I mean, yeah, I could understand that, and they said Ohio State's the more complete team, but it really is debatable, though, if they could have. I mean, to me, I think LSU has overall, their schedule was rated harder. They had a tougher schedule rated than Ohio State's overall.
Yeah, it was going to be really hard to deny LSU the number one spot after they beat Georgia the way they beat Georgia. Ohio State struggled.
They beat down on Georgia, and that was just...
Yeah. So it was going to be really hard to, kind of say that, hey, LSU's number one. They just destroyed the number 4 team in the country.
But how about their defense, though? The last 3 games, they've showed up to play.
Yeah, they have. But I'm wondering if that time off is really going to make the defense rusty, or is they're going to come out and be able to keep that same? Because times when teams take a break, they sometimes come back and they're just like kind of caught flat-footed.
Yeah, but it also gives it. But you got to think it either gives them plenty of rest, which I know you sore, so it gives you a chance to rest up and freshen up. But then it also might knock you out of sync too. I've seen it I've seen it happen both ways before.
Okay. Now we are talking about the college football playoff, and this is a very interesting story that we have to get to the listeners here. LSU running back Clyde Edwards suffered a non-contact injury in practice yesterday. How big of a loss do you think this would be for LSU if he does have a torn hamstring?
Well, they said he was on crutches, and then I seen it was a hamstring. And they think it was a complete tear, but honestly, Edwards-Helaire is a key part, but I've seen some of the backups play, like John Emery and Ty Davis-Price, and neither one of them are really too bad at running backs either. I mean, they've done well when they came in, too.
Okay.
Nobody can run short, but they're not built like Edwards-Helaire because he's so short, he kind of just...
It's really hard.
And then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, you see this little guy just busting through.
It's very hard for our defensive lineman or a linebacker to see him whenever, you get behind those big offensive linemen. They're like 6'3", 6'4". Yeah, he's there. You're trying to tackle a guy that's under 6 feet. It's really hard to see them with all them other, larger guys around them. It's like that's what made Darren Sproles and players like that very difficult.
That's what he was built like, a Darren Sproles kind of running back.
Also, in other news, 7 Saints got named to the 2020 Pro Bowl roster. I do think they should have had 8. I thought Demario Davis.
Davis was snubbed.
Yeah.
And Marcus Williams, too. I think there's 2 of them that got snubbed.
Yeah, I thought there should have been 8. Marcus Williams, I feel like he had a good year, but there's some guys in that Pro Bowl that, that they were saying that Dak Prescott should have got in over Aaron Rodgers.
I don't know about that one.
That one's kind of going out there, too, as well.
Because, the Cowboys have had such a wild roller coaster season.
Drew Brees, okay, over this past weekend, they set 2 NFL records. He set 2 NFL records on Monday night against the Colts. He set the single game completion percentage record, and he also passed up Peyton Manning for the most touchdown passes thrown in an NFL career. Wow, like Drew Brees has done something amazing ever since he got to New Orleans.
Him and Sean Payton just have clicked from the start.
And there's like a big debate going on with it took Drew Brees lesser games to like pass up Brady and Manning and get to number 1.
I know that's what I was saying before we came.
Yeah, you were saying that earlier.
How Drew Brees missed 5 games and still beat Tom Brady to the record.
It is interesting because Drew Brees, like he never had a Pro Bowl wide receiver until he got Michael Thomas. Up until
I didn't know that. I didn't know that at all.
That was a crazy thing. That surprised me too because you think of all the Saints wide receivers that they had over the years. Joe Horn, Marcus Colston. I thought Marcus Colston would have had a Pro Bowl. He doesn't have a Pro Bowl. He's never had a Pro Bowl. Which, if you want to talk about snubs, I think he should have at least gotten one.
Yeah, there's a couple Marcus Colston probably could have went to.
Yeah.
But I think Jimmy Graham went, but he's a tight end.
Yeah, he's a tight end. He was trying to get paid like a wide receiver. And we know how that one went. Let's see. Oh, there's another one on the list. Ryan Ramczyk was one of the Pro Bowl snubs.
Yeah, got snubbed too.
Yeah, I'm looking at one of the
Saints. Really, when their offensive line's healthy, all those offensive linemen are Pro Bowlers. They actually have probably one of the best offensive lines in the NFL when they're healthy.
Yeah, if the Saints can keep healthy, they have a really good shot at actually winning the Super Bowl, I think. If they can keep...
Yeah, but we all know that a bye week would do them so much better.
Yeah, less games you play, the less chance people get injured. It's kind of the obvious at this point.
I mean, I'll be happy. I'd rather a number 1 seed, but I'll take a number 2 seed at this point.
Yeah, that's exactly what you would have to look at and see how they do. Now they need the Saints need this. Is it the Green Bay to lose? Green Bay needs.
All the Packers to do is lose 1 game, and the Saints got to win out.
Yeah, that's it. That's it. We will see if that happens here. And
Drew, the tiebreaker over Seattle.
Drew Brees wasn't the only one that was breaking records Monday night. Well, I'm about to say Marcus Colston. Michael Thomas. He's on pace to break.
Is well on pace.
Yeah, well on pace to be breaking another record.
The all-time reception record.
Yeah, he's
the most catches in a single season.
And that Monday night, the record he set was the most receptions through the first 14 games of a season in NFL history. So you have to think here that he's going to break this record. He's on pace. Like, he's catching about 10 balls a game easily.
Averaging, yeah. I think that's about what he averages.
Yeah, like, it would have to be that. It's going to be one of those games that he would break it eventually. He's close to it. The record's 144.
I think it's 141. He's like 8 more catches.
Yeah, I would have to look that up. Make sure I'm actually clarifying on my numbers, but
I think it's like, but he'll definitely do that for sure if that's all he got.
Yeah, like within a game or two, he's gonna be within that mark, like we've been saying here.
He might do it next week against the Titans.
He might if he catches. I think what you said, he only needed 8.
If he stays on his average, yeah, he needs like 8 more catches. So if he stays on his average, then he'll do it next week.
We will see.
But hey, the kid's name can't guard Mike.
His Twitter handle, his Twitter handle is like can't guard Mike at all. So
it will can't guard Mike.
Yeah, So far up to this point, no one has.
Exactly.
Okay.
It's funny where teams don't try to double cover him, though.
I think they try. They try, but I mean, you have the Saints. They have so many different offensive weapons. If you double cover Michael Thomas, you got Jared Cook over the middle of the field being wide open,
But that opens up the options for other receivers.
and you got Alvin Kamara. You have Traquan Smith, and it's a lot. Okay, you got Latavius Murray that comes in.
You got Ted Ginn.
Yeah, Ted Ginn. It's a bunch of them. It's not just
Even
one.
Taysom Hill,
The Mormon missile that Sean Payton calls him the Mormon missile.
Well, he runs a 4.340, so he's about as fast as one.
And I know this is something we hadn't talked about, Juicy, but McNeese football, they announced a 2020 postseason ban.
I seen that. I was like, well, I didn't know nothing about that.
They scored too low on their test scores for a Division One.
That's what it is, academic.
Academic, so they will be under. Then the president imposed the ban himself, so they won't be able to go to like the playoffs or anything. So
for them, at least somebody can step up and teach their school a lesson the hard way. Y'all don't do good in class, well, y'all don't get postseason play.
yeah, it is sometimes you got to step up and do what you got to do. All right, now we're gonna look at some bowl games. Now I know I did my preview, but I have my list of games I haven't used yet. That I haven't picked. I mean, I've picked them. I picked every single game, but I'm gonna go through my picks too and see if we match up or if you disagree with what I say. You know, this is always fun because sometimes we get in some really intense debates like we have in the past. Am I right, Juicy?
That is correct.
Okay. Now, on December 20th, the makers wanted Bahamas Bowl, Buffalo versus Charlotte. Juicy, who you got in this one?
Buffalo versus Charlotte in the Bahamas Bowl, you saying?
Yep.
I don't even. This would be more just of a guess to me because I really don't know much about Charlotte or Buffalo. But I see right here that Buffalo's the favorite in the game. But I think I'm going to go with the upset. I always go with the upsets in these bowl games because they usually happen more times than not.
Yeah, you never know.
So I think I'll pick Charlotte. The 49ers, they're called?
Yeah, the Charlotte 49ers.
They used to be an FCS school.
They're Conference USA for a while now. They've been in the... I don't think they ever been in the Sun Belt. I could be wrong about that. Don't fact check me on that, please, because I'm trying to see where I put them in a... You see, I made an entry list, so I got to go find all these teams in my confidence and see how high or low I got them. And I think I picked Buffalo, if I remember right.
But I see they're both 7-5.
Yeah, that it's not, it's not doing anybody no favors or anything like that. I just saw it. I think I just saw them. Yeah, they are. I did pick Buffalo. They are my 8-point confident pick because it's really hard to watch every single team, so you kind of have an idea. So I got
some of these teams I never really got to pay any attention to. So
okay, so all right. Next on the list, the Tropical Smoothie Cafe Frisco Bowl, Utah State versus Kent State. That is happening on the 20th. So, Juicy, who do you think is going to win that game?
Well, I know I never seen Kent State play, but I've seen Utah State play against LSU, and I mean, they competed with LSU for like a quarter, but I have to go with Utah State because I know in their own conference they're pretty good in their conference. I just know that I don't know much about them except from what I've seen in one game out of them. So I'll just go with Utah State over Kent State.
I'm going to agree with you on this one. I think Utah State's going to pick up the W. I got them as one of my more confident picks. 20 points I put up on for it, so hoping that I can get me a win right there.
They're 6-point favorites over
yeah.
State from what I've seen.
New Mexico Bowl. New Mexico Bowl. Okay, let's see. I think this one switches up. Okay, never mind. I had skipped the whole game. Celebration Bowl. Alcorn. This is gonna be a really good game right here. Alcorn State versus North Carolina A&T, Mercedes-Benz Stadium in Atlanta on December 21st.
In the Celebration Bowl.
Yep. It's 2 FCS schools.
This one ain't popping up for me, but wow, you threw a curveball at me on that one. I don't know.
I picked Alcorn State winning this game.
Well, I'll trust Chiefs pick and go with Alcorn State too, because I didn't even know that bowl game existed. It don't even pop up.
You see, I caught Juicy flat-footed and I just scored a touchdown.
Yeah, that was a curveball. I don't even see it on my thing.
I threw it deep and he was looking to run.
But I'll go with Alcorn State. They sound like a better pick anyway.
New Mexico Bowl, Central Michigan versus San Diego State.
I will have to say San Diego State should be able to take this one.
I'm agree with you on that one as well. I got San Diego State winning it as well. FBC Mortgage Cure Bowl, Liberty versus Georgia Southern. Now,
I have the luxury of picking the first one. This Sun Belt team.
Yeah. The funny thing about this matchup is they both have a common opponent. They both played the Louisiana Raging Cajuns. Mm-hmm. Louisiana played Georgia Southern on the road at Georgia Southern. Liberty had to go to Cajun Field to play Louisiana. So, I do believe this is going to be a good game, but I got Georgia Southern beating Liberty. I think Georgia Southern's got the better team.
I know how much it pains Chief to pick his Sun Belt rival.
Oh, deeply.
Win a game. But I'm going to go with the upset here.
You going with Liberty?
I will.
All right.
Anything can happen. That's the way I see it.
Anything can happen. The Boca Raton Bowl. SMU versus Florida Atlantic.
Well, this one's an easy pick for me. If Lane Kiffin was staying at Florida Atlantic, I would pick Florida Atlantic. But with the distraction of Lane Kiffin leaving and going to be at Ole Miss now, I'm going to go with SMU because I think they're going to be distracted and not focused on their bowl game.
Yeah, this one was more my like the last pick I had like at 23. This one I have only at 6 because I picked SMU to win this one. I'm not real confident in it, kind of like iffy on it, but yeah, like you said, the distraction of Lane Kiffin leaving the program to go be the head coach of Ole Miss is actually a very interesting one. And you just never know about these things. You can mess up your psyche of your team, and you just never know about this. So I got SMU winning this game. The Camellia Bowl, Florida International versus Arkansas State. Who you got, Juicy?
I'm gonna go with Arkansas State for this game. I just believe Arkansas State's a better all-around team, and I believe they played a little bit harder schedule than Florida International. I just know they're in two different conferences, and I know what the Sun Belt has, so I just go with Arkansas State's a little bit more battle-tested to me.
I'm gonna go with Arkansas State too. This is one of my more confident picks. I have 21 points, so Arkansas State over FIU. I do believe they're gonna get the job done.
So you're picking them to win by 21 points?
No, that's my no, not 21. I'm not saying they're gonna blow them out by 21, but that's the confidence pick.
Well,
it's I forget how many points it goes up to. Let me see. It goes up to 41 points. And I'm getting close to my most confident pick. So the Mitsubishi Motors Las Vegas Bowl, Boise State versus Washington.
Oh, well, this is one of those games. Well, we in Washington. which I think is interesting because Boise State's his old head coaching job. And to me, if Chris Peterson was still going to be at Washington, I would have picked Washington, but this is falls more in line with the Florida Atlantic kind of situation. I think Boise State's actually got a chance to sneak one out here and take one from Washington, I believe, get them a good win because of the advantage of Chris Peterson leaving. I think it'll be too much. I think head coaches leaving it used to be too much of a distraction. But
like another one, like this coaching carousel that we've been on here. This bowl game is gonna make it all interesting. I got Boise State winning, and I think they're gonna be ready to play. I think they're gonna go out there and be able to compete against Washington and pick up the W. That's why I got them. I'm giving them 40 points.
Wow, that's very confident.
Yep. Now, y'all ready for my most confident pick? The RL Carriers New Orleans Bowl, Appalachian State versus UAB.
Oh, you asking me who I got?
Yeah.
I got App State, and I'd be pretty confident in that pick because App State's. I've kept up with App State and Sun Belt a lot. In the Sun Belt, they pretty much ran through the Sun Belt. I don't know. I just think App State's a better team. They have to be a better team than UAB, I believe.
Okay, we're going to go up to the date of December 27th bowl game, so we're kind of still on that weekend, kind of deal to Saturday, so we have the 23rd to go through after that. So, App State versus UAB, I got App State winning this one. I don't think it's even going to be close. I think App State's going to roll them over.
I think it's going to be a blowout.
Yeah, same here. All right, December 23rd, the Bad Boy Mowers Gasparilla Bowl. UCF versus Marshall. Raymond James Stadium, Tampa, Florida, 2:30 on ESPN. Who you got in that one, Juicy?
I have to laugh at the fact how UCF used to claim they were national champions and now look at them, though, with 3 losses. But according to Vegas is pretty confident in UCF winning. They got them by 18 points. I'm going to go ahead and pick them too. I don't know. I just know it'll be more than 2 touchdowns for sure. I have a good feeling about that. Just UCF.
Yeah, I got UCF.
Better all-around team.
Yeah, I got UCF as well. I got them might pick them, so we'll see. We'll either put up or shut up. The SoFi Hawaii Bowl on December 24th, Christmas Eve at 8 p.m. Aloha Stadium, Hawaii versus BYU.
Oh.
I got 11 points on this one.
I wouldn't be this isn't a very confident pick.
Yeah, this one's kind of more lower end.
I'll probably go with Hawaii, though, because I know it's in their home stadium. So I'll just go with Hawaii just based off of that fact.
Not so fast, my friend. I think BYU is going to take it in Hawaii.
Well, Vegas does have season favored by 2.
Yeah, jumping time zones, too, can affect your body in different ways as well.
Well, Hawaii don't have to worry about that, too.
Yeah. All right, December 26th, the Walk-Ons Independence Bowl in Shreveport, Louisiana Independence Stadium at 4 o'clock on ESPN. Louisiana Tech versus Miami Hurricanes. What do you got?
Well, real simply, I'll go with the upset on this one and have Louisiana Tech. I just have a feeling it's, I don't know, just one of them upset games. Just, you never know what you're going to get. Like Louisiana Tech.
I think Louisiana Tech kind of benefits from the fact that the Conference USA is not that great of a conference. Let's just be honest here.
And it's basically like a home game for them.
Yeah, I do think the Hurricanes are a better team than Louisiana Tech, even though they only have like 6 wins on the year. Give me the Miami Hurricanes to win this game.
I don't blame you.
It's a very, very logical one, and I have it at 12 points, so it's not like a huge confident, like I'm overboasting, like this is the youth coming to town to take down the Bulldogs, the Rustin, right?
Well, it's almost a home game for them.
The Quick Lane Bowl, Pittsburgh versus Eastern Michigan. Ford Field, Detroit, 8 p.m. on ESPN. Who you got, Pittsburgh versus Eastern Michigan? I only got 13 points on this one. I'm gonna go with Pittsburgh as well. All right, let's see. I think we're close to the end. Yeah, we're only got this is. You know what? I will save this for.
Yeah, we can do some.
We'll do the December 27th. Yeah, we will. December 27th, what they got next on here, unless you want to do those too.
We can stop at December 27th, and we'll keep the suspense with the playoffs till next week.
Yeah, we have to keep it. We have to keep it rolling. I'm gonna mark this down so we know what we're talking about next time we go.
The playoffs.
Let's see.
But we can knock out December 27th.
We're gonna stop at December 27th.
Okay, we can stop.
And we could do it like next Wednesday or Thursday, however you feel.
Yeah, we'll have to go with our schedules and see when we can do it.
Yeah. All right. Let's see here. Is there anything else you want to talk about, Juicy?
We can do a recap of the Heisman Trophy presentation.
All right. So Joe Burrow won by the highest margin in the history of voting for the Heisman Trophy. And water was wet that Joe Burrow won the Heisman. I was I was almost surprised it wasn't a unanimous decision because of the hype that Joe Burrow's had throughout the whole entire season.
But it was a record. He did set the record for most first place votes received. He received like 91% of them or something like that, which is absolutely crazy number.
But I was kind of surprised at the fact that three people voted him third place in the Heisman Trophy voting.
Well,
I was shocked at that number. That was a very interesting number that I was like, okay.
it was interesting, but I mean, there's always going to be some people who are going to find something to nitpick about. Though you always got your nitpickers out there.
Yeah. They might just vote against you because you're actually like, he plays for LSU.
Yeah, there's that stereotype. There's always the people, he played for LSU. Yeah, but look at what he did for LSU, though. Considering the quarterback struggles they usually have.
Okay, well, you know what, Juicy? I think we're going to wrap it up for tonight here. So, I think congratulations to Joe Burrow for winning the Heisman Trophy. Congrats to everybody for getting in their respective playoff games, and good luck to all your teams for their bowl season. We'll be back next week sometime. Like us on Facebook, the Fishbowl Radio. Follow us on Twitter at Fishbowl Nation. You can even follow us on Instagram at the Fishbowl Radio. Anything you want to say, Juice, before we head out?
All I'll say is you'll want to tune in for next week with the playoff special, the playoff preview.
It's going to be a good one. For Juicy, my name is Chief. Thank you for tuning in, and I will see y'all next time. Good night, everybody.
Merry Christmas, everybody.